I mean, I met a guy who was worth millions who I watched him go to buy a cup of coffee and he squeezed the dollar bills before he let him go for somebody because he had such a hard time letting that go. And, so the scarcity mindset doesn't mean you don't have a lot of it.
Yeah. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
But even as I've had more money, as I've grown, that it's taken me years to work on that. And just recently have I started, there were little things like when I was playing poker and, if you bet thousands of dollars, or especially if you bet thousands of dollars with nothing and you are starting to deal with bigger sums of money, little pieces of that flaked off. But the core was still there. And I think that it's really transformed a lot in the last even few months.
You ever worry that can cause a tell for you when you were playing?
I don't think so, but I'm sure I had tells I was blissfully unaware of.
Yeah. And so what were some of the belief systems that were, good and bad that came out of that?
The biggest thing that for me, was I had a belief system that rich people were inherently bad. Mm-hmm. And that if people were rich, that they had stepped on somebody else's neck to get there, or it came at somebody else's expense. And that was not healthy because it's simply not true. And even as I grew and I'd meet rich people that were amazing people and they were giving and they were doing all these wonderful things, that was ingrained in me in childhood. And the impact of that is I made money and then I lost it, and I made money and I lost it. And I had, some chances to have a lot more money than I have now. And, we're not living paycheck to paycheck necessarily, but I could have, a lot of opportunities slipped away. And in the back of my mind, I'm pretty sure that belief system about scarcity and having money made you a bad person, that I was subconsciously somehow sabotaging myself. Mm-hmm. Right. And I can't necessarily point to a decision I made that was on it, but I just kind of believe that the universe was against me because I wasn't yet ready to accept abundance in that area.
Do you think there's some good things that came out of it? Like maybe you were better value shopping, or?
Absolutely. There is that, right? And sometimes it was cheap. One lesson I did learn a long time ago is I used to go to the store and you'd look at all the different brands, and I would choose the cheap one. And then I would frickin' regret it because it'd be a piece of crap and I would have to replace it eventually, and then I would buy a little better one.